Okay, well, I just got through playing through the silent horror film that I wrote and made, directed, Valentine's Day on the piano. I played it 3 different times, and basically in a row. And some things that I find kind of fascinating about this, I scored this originally when I made this film about 2 months ago. I really haven't watched it too much since I thought about it so much at that point there. But watching it on the screen, automatically my hands went to a certain chord for the happy areas and went to sad areas for the scary, frightening parts of this. One of the problems on this particular film is I go from the happy person to the bad guy, to the monster, back and forth a lot, and there's some quick interchanges. Apparently, a lot of the silent film pianists back in the day, they would just keep one emotion because it was too fast jumping from back to forth. On this one here, I really kind of felt that I needed to kind of go back and forth between the happy and scary music to kind of give that emotion for the silent film here. One thing also I find, because I played it 3 times in a row, so basically 20 minutes because it's a 6-minute film. One thing I found kind of fascinating about this was that I found that when certain scenes came again, the 3rd time, 2nd time, my fingers kind of knew where to go, what chord or what emotion, what technique on the piano to go to. So I found that kind of fascinating in a lot of different ways. And to be honest, I don't know which one's the best one, the first one, the second one, or the 3rd one. I'll have to go back and listen to them and figure out which one I'm going to post as a sample for this. I don't really know right now. I can only imagine what the silent film pianists, they were playing hour after hour after hour. You know, they might have been playing 4 to 8 hours a day at the cinema, and I'm sure their chops got a lot better, and especially the improvisation skills got a lot better if they were just making up music on the spot there. Of course, some of them had books and some ideas of things, and if they could watch the film beforehand, it kind of begs the question, did they actually watch the film before an audience came in, or the very first couple of times that the pianist just kind of had to figure out what was going on and went back and the next day made it better? I'm not quite sure. A competent pianist probably can make anything at least work better than without music. So anyways, this was a fascinating experiment to see how I would play piano live. And again, I'm an okay pianist. I'm not the greatest pianist in the world. I got some good skills. Probably my best skill I have, I got a composition background, so I know what things look like and sound like and just put my fingers where they're at. So any aspects, definitely this soundtrack that I made here probably wouldn't have been heard back in the 20s and 30s because there were some more avant-garde techniques I threw in there, such as the really atonal type music and some dissonance and some bitonality going on in there as well. So they probably wouldn't necessarily have done all that. So anyways, very fascinating to see what these silent film pianists would go through. In this case, a silent horror film pianist would do. So first time they did Frankenstein or Nosferatu or whatever other horror films they have out there. And if they didn't have the score of the orchestra of the smaller houses, a pianist or organist would have done this. Anyways, rock and roll.